check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. We back in the worldboxingnews.net article. Deontay Wilder pretty much said or insinuated that he may be trying to get Andy Ruiz fight before facing Tyson Fury in a rematch. Let's talk about it. We back, Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email as well. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, continue to share the videos. And he said we got to see what happened with the rematch with him and AJ, Anthony Joshua, and that he admitted that the Ruiz fight is probably one of the easier fights to make for him because they both advised by Al Heyman. Now, Andy Ruiz Jr. was a Bob Arum top-ranked fighter. He bought himself out the contract, and amazing things happened for him. He was on his way out of the sport. He was going to retire, and now, don't give up because, one more dig of the shovel, your goal might be right there. And had he stopped, he would never fulfilled his destiny of being the first Mexican heavyweight world title holder or champion, whatever you want to call it. I call them title holders. But I believe that's the right move for Deontay. Fight Andy Ruiz, and we'll talk about his retirement plan. He talked about retiring as well too, and that he may not be in the game for too much longer. But for Deontay, I think it's smart for him to get the Andy Ruiz fight because I understand he want to right his wrongs with Tyson Fury, but Fury could have had the opportunity this year already. But he chose to go sign with Bob Arum, get a couple tune-ups. The tune-ups were Tyson Fury and Frank Warren and Bob Arum idea. Team Wilder was willing to go back in that fight and make it happen again. So why not make Tyson Fury wait? And I don't think Fury will have a problem with waiting, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because that contract indicates he get a guarantee a certain amount of money. So in my opinion, he'd be doing Fury a favor. He would. In my opinion, he'd be doing Fury a favor. And what I mean by that is Fury be able to get lower risk fights for high guarantee money. So I don't think Fury would complain. So if Wilder's able to get past Ortiz and then Ruiz is able to get past Anthony Joshua, then why not do that fight March, April, June? Do it that way. And then you can do the Fury fight later in the year, and then I'll get to Deontay Wilder's retirement plan. And I'll link the article to the description, by the way, so you can read it. But Andy Ruiz expressed he wanted to fight. And when Andy Ruiz wanted to fight, then it should be easy to make happen. But with Deontay Wilder, he's already locked himself in with a Luis Ortiz fight. And I didn't understand it, why he would fight Luis Ortiz. It's like he feels sorry for Luis Ortiz because people won't fight him and he want to get him a good fight. And also the fight did good ratings last time. So, it's not a fight that I'm interested in a lot, but I understand it now. Because he wouldn't be able, he could fight Fury now. But in my opinion, wouldn't the fight be bigger for Fury if Wilder brought all the belts to the table? And Fury will have an opportunity to have all belts this time and be undisputed. So, yeah, squeeze Andy Ruiz in there. If I'm Tyson Fury and if anything is signed according to Fury, he hadn't signed a contract to fight Wilder yet, you fight Andy Ruiz. Because maybe you can get a trilogy out of Wilder Fury. And I'm not dismissing Andy Ruiz like he can't win. Yeah, Ruiz may have the second or third pair of quickest hands in the division. Maybe Brian Jennings got some quick hands, but Ruiz got some really quick hands. And that speed could bother Wilder. So that's not a given. It's not a layup that Wilder going to be Andy Ruiz, but I think that might be the biggest fight in boxing if built up right. And with the opportunity to build up traction, it's gone because of mandatories and obligations. Like where I want him to fight Arreola before he fight Wilder. That ain't going to happen. Because that's a voluntary. Then you're going to have a mandatory. Then you might have another mandatory. Then a voluntary. So this fight got to happen after the rematch. And Wilder and Fury, they're not going to strip Wilder and Fury if they fight 2 more times because the WBC want the bag, the WBO want the bag, the IBF want the bag. They all, the Super WBA want the bag. All of them want the bag. And to get to, Deontay Wilder's retirement plan, he says that he's not going to be in the game for the long haul. He said he wants to be appreciated while he's active. He can forget that. He won't be appreciated while he's active by the masses. And don't forget, Muhammad Ali wasn't appreciated by the masses. Everybody that claimed to love Ali, I'm talking about pretty much non-blacks, that love Ali when he was shaking, they didn't love him while he was around, or their parents or grandparents didn't love him while he was around. Ali was hated, especially after he refused to go over to Vietnam, I think it was. And Deontay Wilder said he wants to be appreciated. It's not going to happen. If they can't appreciate Floyd Mayweather while he active, they appreciate Sugar Ray Leonard, but you don't have that golden boy look. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that look. They appreciate Ray. But Deontay Wilder not going to get appreciated until his career is over with. And he can try everything he needs to try to win people over. Of course, the black box community, at least the majority of us, we appreciate you for what you are. We support you. But, when you go on to search for other ethnic appreciation, it ain't going to be there. But he said he wanted to defend his... he wanted to defend Undisputed a couple times, his titles a couple times, then retire. So I can see a simple fact of, fighting with Ruiz, fighting Fury twice, and then, maybe a farewell fight. So really, it could be as many for him with Ortiz, Ruiz, Fury twice if it makes sense, and then I can see him with a 5-fight plan. Ortiz, Ruiz, Fury twice, and then he can go out how you want to go out in the farewell fight. So for him, it's smart that he got a retirement plan at this point. And I know I said the other day, when you start talking about retirement, don't really nothing good come from that. But, sometimes you got to think about it. Because he ain't going to be quick, fast, forever. He's 33 years old. So I think he turned 34 this year. Then possibly 35 and 36 years old, he should be hanging it up. Really, at 35, he should hang it up if he could squeeze Fury in there twice. And then, get a fight in the top of 2021. But I think it's time, man. And you got a guy that's willing to fight you on Ruiz, no longer AJ running. But you know how boxing works. AJ can win the rematch, and then, hey, let's hit reset button on the Super Nintendo. Now we starting back over, A side, B side, Eddie Hearn once again. So for the betterment of boxing, for the betterment for all 3 guys in this picture, for the betterment of Frank Warren, Tyson Fury, Al Haymon, Ruiz, and Deontay Wilder, it's best that Andy Ruiz win because Andy Ruiz is willing to fight Deontay Wilder. And if he beat Deontay Wilder, I'm pretty sure he's willing to fight Tyson Fury. And willing to fight him again. And willing to fight Deontay Wilder again. So it's best, either way you look at it, it's best for the division. And if Wilder get his hands on the belt, him and Fury going to be able to fight twice without no repercussions and consequences. They're not. Because each sanctioned belt body going to want their 3 or 2 or 1.5% of that purse. That fight going to be humongous. And then you still got Dillian White lurking out there. If Wilder wanted to go to the UK, and just, shut him up for once and for all and get the bag over there real quick, he could. So Wilder is in one of the best positions he can be in. He may not have that network deal behind him, but like he said, he betting on himself. The Ruiz fight, if it had the ample enough time to be built up, that's a fight that should be that would be I think almost $1 million pay-per-view. But you don't have the time with these sack chasing and blood sucking sanctioned belt bodies. You just don't have the time. So when you ain't got the time, you just like, it is what it is. So but like I said, man, I'm glad that he's thinking about a way out. You can't ball forever. You only can maintain and get out of there. And when a guy's able comfortably to say, okay, I want to do this and I want to fight 2 or 3 more times after this, I'm just giving an idea. And he's already thinking like, I'm financially free to be able not to do this no more. I have other avenues to get money. I have other revenue coming in. I got other investments coming in. When somebody can comfortably think about retirement, I think it's a beautiful thing from an athlete standpoint of view and everybody's standpoint of view. And I can do other things. So shout out to Deontay Wilder for being able to be financially secure and free to be able to have a contingency plan where he ain't got to fight till he's 41, 42, 43. But I'll link that article in the description. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bomb, much more. Website, promo code in the description. Continue to share the videos. And in addition to that, don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if need be. All those links in the description. Want to make a donation? I link there as well too. One time for the one time. Goodfellow Sports TV. We gone.